Hey, everybody. If anybody's here, I'll wait to see if I can get anyone. Mm. So today I am here to sew on our sew along for Crosswalk Plus. This pattern is by Robin Pickens. It finishes at 60 and a half by 60 and a half. And let's see, it uses a dessert roll or 5-inch strips or one layer cake of 42 10-inch squares, 1 2/4 yards of background for the plus centers, and 1.5 yards of the background for the borders, which is the white in here. So today I came so I could let everybody know how we're going to do this. We are going to do the plus blocks first this week. I do not intend on finishing all of these in an hour session. However, I do want to finish at least one so that we'll know how they go together, and then we can finish the other one off camera, because every week we're going to tackle something different. So next week we will be doing the pointy side rectangles. The third week we'll be doing the open star elements, and then the fourth and fifth week, because this quilt has a lot of pieces, a lot of places to put together, has a lot to put together in the columns. The fourth and fifth week we'll be doing the finishing. So with that said, yeah, trying to see if I'm gonna change the camera for us. Let's see if I want to do that. What do we look like if I do that? Wow, we look rather dark if I change it. I don't know if I like that. Nah, we'll stick with the phone camera. It looks a bit better. Where'd you go? There it is. Hi, Ellen. Glad to have you. So we're going to start with that first today. We're going to start with the plus signs. And for those, we need these pieces. So we need, why can't I see? We need the, I think they're 2 3/4, 2 3/4 by 2.5 inches. The 1.5 inch squares, the 6.5 inch squares, Thanks, Ellen, for letting me know that that camera looks much better. The what is that? These are what are these? 4.5 by 2.5 inch squares, and our strips that are 10 by 2.5 inches. Hey, Chloe. So y'all bear with me. I've never actually done a solo long on a live before, so we're going to work with this and make sure that I can get this right for you guys. I'm going to figure out how to schedule them out as well. And Chloe, if you did not hear, we're going to do the plus sign blocks today. And I'm not going to try to make them all on camera. It is a lot. Ellen, I'm not going to try to make every piece on camera, but every time we do a sew along, I'm going to try to make at least that piece of block so that we'll know how to put it together, and you can work at your own pace to finish up your blocks. But we're just going to move in stages. So this week is the plus sign blocks. The next week is the pointy side rectangles. Third week is the open star elements. And then the fourth and fifth week, we'll put everything together. It doesn't look like it's going to be really complicated and hard. So we're going to at least try to get 1 or 2 of the plus sign blocks together today. How's that sound? I don't generally do test blocks. What I do is I make one full block of what I'm making out of my fabric before I try to chain sew everything. So y'all, again, bear with me on this because I'm new to this whole doing a sew along. Oh, are you still cutting, Chloe? Yeah, I knew if I did that on camera, it would be a hot mess. Something's probably already cut wrong, but it would definitely be cut wrong if I did that on camera. It'd have been a mess. But we start with our 10.5 inch squares, 10 by 2.5 inch squares, and you're going to put, basically you're going to snowball these corners. 1 here, 1 here, and 1 in each corner. So as I said, I'm going to try to do 1 at a time. So I'm only going to focus on doing 1 of these because I think you do 1 for each block. 1, 2. Yeah. So you do 1 for each block. So I'm only going to focus on making 1 block. Oh, how old's the baby, Ellen? I had grandma duty yesterday. We did our Memorial Day cookout yesterday. I don't think I want to do this color. Let me pick one that's going to stand out a little better. Let's do, I like this one. Let's do this color. I may have to change this. That's a little close to my background. So I'm going to do this one. Oh, we cooked out yesterday, and I had 4 of my 150 grandkids over here yesterday. And they are a rambunctious bunch, to say the least. All of their little personalities are starting to change right about now. The oldest is, he's the calmest of the bunch, but he's always been the calmest of the bunch. I think I'll do 2. He's always been the calmest of the bunch. He just was a calm baby, period. He was an old man at 6 months. 3 years and 9 years, boys. They're very busy. Yep. Yeah, my 10-year-old, he was an old man at 6 months old. I mean, as soon as he could talk, he talked like an old man. He would sit back in his chair and cross his little legs as he talked to you. And he would say stuff like, well, Gigi, how was your day today? And I would say, and I would say, oh, blessing, my day was just fine. What did you do today? I didn't do very much today, Gigi. Did you go to work? I said, yes, I went to work, blessing. And he would say, hmm, I didn't work today. I don't go to work, Gigi, but I'm glad you went to work. And with his little legs crossed, like this. Oh my gosh, he was like I said, he was a little old man at a very young age, and he's still like the calmest of the bunch. I call my daughter's house. Thank you. He is simply adorable. So I call my daughter's house the zoo because she has four babies and all four of them have different personalities, and she's a stay-at-home mom, so they can pretty much do as they want to do because there's always somebody there. But they're hilarious. The second one, he has the middle baby syndrome, so he's a little whiny. He's very soft spoken. So my granddaughter is like that. She's an old soul. Yep. My second one hit the little boy, the second born. He's very soft spoken, but he worships the ground that the oldest one walked. The old man, he worships the old man, grandbaby. Everything he does, Destin wants to do. So the oldest is blessed son, Blesson, and it stands for the blessed son. And then the second one is the destined son, but his name is Destin, Destyn. And then the third one is the boss baby of the group. Her name is Soraya. She's the only girl amongst three little boys. And she just bosses everything. Yesterday, she was trying to get her point across, and apparently I was talking. So she told me to shh, Gigi. And then Pop Pop started laughing, and she put her hand up and she said, Pop Pop, stop laughing. No laughing, Pop Pop. She's the boss baby of the group. And then the baby boy is a hooligan. He is basically, she said, I have to fix my daughter's bobbin thread for a pumpkin quilt. She is so, that's sweet sewing for her daddy. That's so cute. Yeah, that little one is simply a hooligan. He's a girl. He is something else. I don't even know what else to say about him. He is something else. He is something. I told my daughter that you are gonna need a whole tree worth of switches for that little one because he is a tough one. He really, really is. Like, girl, you're gonna be. This is why she don't work, because you're gonna have to have all your time ready. Because that one there gonna keep you at the school. He is just he a handful, and he ain't but two. He ain't scared of anything. He don't feel no pain, nothing. He is something else. But we all ate together yesterday so that I could have my Memorial Day off before I went back to work tomorrow. She said, yes, the 3-year-old is feral. Yeah. My little one is too. Like, girl, I could not. I'm old and I don't see it. I know when I was younger and I had them, it was nothing to me for them to be like running everywhere, doing everything, saying everything. None of that was nothing for me. But honey, this is why I think young people are supposed to raise the children. So I tell my daughter she will be in the principal's office. Yes, with that one, with that little hooligan that I got, they're gonna be in there for him too, all the time, honey. Just gonna save up your vacation time because you're gonna be spending all of it in the office. Every bit of it. That little thing is a mess. I'm sorry, I have to turn this iron back on. That little thing is a mess. And it like I said, it was nothing to me for them to be that rambunctious when I when I was raising my kids. But honey, it is totally different when you watch them grandbabies. I'll be like, man, what did I do with my seam ripple? Because I need it already. Oh, it's in my face. Y'all don't laugh at me. It's right here. So I am putting these corners on these rectangles, and I got that one wrong, so I need to redo it. But I'm a firm believer that young people are supposed to raise children. Because it takes a lot with these kids these days. And that 2-year-old of mine, he calls me. Like, he picked up his mama's phone, and he calls me like 5 or 6 times a day, y'all. I'm at work. I think my child calling me and something might be wrong. I answer the phone and all I hear is, hey, and it's a video and this is what he doing. Hey, okay, bye. And then he hang up. Hooligan. Thing is something else. How was you guys' weekend? I had $4 and they were all calm and pretty quiet. No, I had 2 boys and a girl. My baby boy was the quietest one I had. My daughter was, she wasn't, she was pretty good. My daughter was pretty good. She wasn't quiet, nor was she loud. She was kind of just in the middle of all of that. The oldest one of mine, he was a hooligan too. So my grandson, he got it honest. It's in the family somewhere, baby, because my oldest was a hooligan. That's sassy. She said I heard from the principal Friday. Yeah. I tell people all the time, children are always gonna be children. But if you was your mother's difficult child, just be ready, because you're gonna have one too. Just be ready. Anything you did, that's what they're gonna do. Anything your brothers and other siblings did, that's what you're gonna see in yours. She said this weekend was nice on Saturday. Then still a rain out. Yes. Ours has been a rain every day, and it's supposed to rain again today. I'm like, is this the spring? I know technically we're still in the spring. She is the middle. So she needs to be assertive herself. Yeah, my grandson got middle child syndrome. He's a little whiny sometimes, but I don't really think it's as much whiny as it is. Again, he's very soft spoken. I think he has that whole, I don't know where I fit in the group kind of thing. He's the second born, and he doesn't have a big voice. Not of the other 3, even the one I told y'all that's the calmest of the bunch. Blessing has a voice. He's assertive when he speaks. He believes everything that he says is the right thing to say. But and the other 2, they toddlers, and toddlers don't know the difference in loud and soft. But Destin, he's just real soft spoken. You barely even hear him talk when he talks, but he know what he's saying, but you barely even hear him talk when he's speaking. Okay, I'm putting these last 2 on, and then we'll see what we got. This doesn't seem like it's going to be a very slow block. Do they look like you, Chloe? Your children? Because you have 2 girls and a boy, right? Oh, that's the wrong way. Oh, get out of there. Is that it? I mean, I need 2 more of these. How was your weekend, Ellen? This spring, I have a tree, if y'all can see, like right outside this window, and it has little pink flowers on it. And now I've been here in this house for going 8 to 10 years. But these are the loudest bees I have ever heard in my life. I sit here and they're so loud, I think it's like electricity. And I keep looking around to see something because it sounds like she said my oldest and son look similar. Oh, okay. I keep thinking that these bees are something electrical that just turned on, but these are the loudest bees I ever heard in my life. And then I'll never see one. But they buzzing too long to not be bees. I figured out that they are bees, but I don't ever even see them, but they so loud. My middle daughter has her hair my hair color and her dad's eye shape. Oh. And that is something I never did when my kids were little. I never really thought they looked like me, although everybody say that they kind of did. But I never looked at them to see who they look like. People would ask me that, but I never really did. She said it was okay. My daughter and son-in-law are in Florida, so her mother-in-law and I split having the kids. So I haven't done much. God, I hope they're having a good time in Florida, but is it raining down there too? It just seems like it's raining everywhere. And I know it's supposed to rain in the spring, but usually our rain is really done with by the beginning of May. We don't really have the rain go all the way into this time of the, this late in the month. By now we be so hot that we can't even get cool enough at all by now. And it's not hot, and it's usually hot enough for you to like swimming is definitely something that you'd be doing by now here. And it's still in the 70s. We've had very few really hot days this month. Let me press this and I'll show y'all this rectangle. Now, y'all, I don't sew real fast like some people do. Ooh, I'm moving too fast. So, that's the first part. Let me get this other one off. I do not sew really, 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 really fast like some people do. And normally, they said the weather is beautiful there. They are in Fort Myers and it's sunny and 90. Girl, no. Now, it should be 90 here. It should be 90 here. We should be air conditioners barely keeping up with the heat by now. That means most likely for the rest of the summer, we're going to die. And I'm not far from her. I'm in Alabama. So, and yeah, got 2 of them. And usually I cut these. I'm a use my ruler and rotary cutter to cut my what is that, stitching flips off. But that's backwards. But this time, because I have this computer sitting here right in front of me and this table on this side, if you guys saw my room tour, this table on this side has my cutting board, but I have my computer sitting here for oh, my bad. Hold on, what I do? I did something. Hold on, y'all. Let me figure that out. Wait. Let me switch back. I don't know what I did. Let's go here. And then let me switch it back again. Why are you locked? Hold on. Unlock it. There it is. Sorry. I learned that I shouldn't touch my phone while we're doing this. Okay, so we got these. The next step is to make these, which is the same process on except you only doing it on one end. So I'll take the same color. You need 2 for each. And you're going to put a stitch and flip on each corner, and then you're going to add one of these blocks to the end of both, of all 4 actually, because I'm making 2 blocks. So let's grab us a handful of stitch and flips. And I am not, what'd she say? The weather has been nuts here too. Here too. I have not, it's just been odd. And if I follow my grandmother's logic, which usually she turns out to be right. Hi Agnes. It's just my grandmother always felt like weather was a sign of something. Like something's about to happen if the weather is not going right. She said weather is one of those things that's basically seasonal. It does the same thing every season. So something is about to happen if the weather is all in whack. That's what my grandmother would say. How are you, Agnes? I'm sorry. How are you? How was your weekend? Are you doing anything special for Memorial Day? What fabric are you using, Chloe, for your sew along? And you too, Ellen, if you're sewing along with us, and Agnes, if you're sewing along with us today. Let me recap. We are doing the sew along for the Crosswalk Plus quilt. Today we are concentrating on the plus blocks. So, I got you. I'm mad at you. If it's your day, girl, do what you want to do. And if what you want to do is nothing, that's what you do. Nothing. Can I put it right here? I understand. Okay. We're going to flip you. Oh, I did pretty good with that one. I probably should have checked it before I cut it. This is your grandma is probably right. I'm wondering if it will have a bad hurricane season this year. She said it's a sign indicative of something is coming. We haven't had a pretty decent one. She said not sewing. I'm at my daughter's. Oh, okay. That's right. I think she's right. We haven't had a really bad hurricane season, and we've had hurricanes, but they haven't been extremely bad to to survive in the last couple of years, but I'm thinking we're gonna have really bad weather days this year too. Even the snow, even though it was a lot of it, and it felt like it was never going to end this year for some reason. I it wasn't horrible like you've heard some other times. She said black. Let's see, black background for pluses and gray shimmer for background stars. Oh wow. Border by oh, I like that shimmer fabric by Connecting Threads. I found the rainbow Patrick Lawson. Okay. It's master layer cake and my stash. Cool. Yes, please. Please give me a thumbs up, please. Thank you so much for saying that, Ellen. That's cool. That's gonna be very pretty, Chloe. Very colorful. And those colors are really gonna pop on that black background. That's gonna be really pretty. But I do like that shimmer fabric from Connecting Threads. And in the next couple of weeks, I am going to have an announcement on my channel. Be looking out. I'm very excited about the new venture that I'm about to step into, and I am hoping that you guys will go with me. Agnes, where are you located? And what's the weather like where you are? Oh, I have put, let's see. I think that is a little off. It's exciting, Chloe. It's very exciting for me. It's very exciting, and it's I'm hoping it's a good thing for my area where I live. You're in Massachusetts, the weather is rainy and gray. I'm in Alabama, Agnes, and it's down here too. It is rainy and gray here as well. It should be sunny and bright, but it is rainy and gray. Just doesn't make for a fun opening of the summer weekend for the kiddos. You know, they they can go outside because it's not technically right this second. It's not raining, but I mean, by the time you get out there and get started with something, by the way it looks outside, it will be. By the way this quilt is going, it's gonna make a very easy to chain stitch quilt. I just didn't want to get into the chain stitching and not finish the block in an hour and a half like time period. So you are close to Chloe and I, Agnes. Both of you are in Rhode Island. Oh, ooh, your daughter's from Rhode Island. She left Rhode Island to go to Florida as well, Ellen. She got a She went a long ways. That's a long ways. I've never been to Rhode Island. I think the closest I've been, let's see. I've been to Baltimore. I think that's the closest I've been up there. I've been to Boston. You can correct that. I've been to Boston. I've been to Boston. I've been to Massachusetts. So yeah, I've been to Boston. I think that's probably the closest I've been to Rhode Island. As a birthday surprise. Oh, that's cool. Okay, let me check and see where it says we should press these. She don't say. Isn't that fun? Okay, so I'm gonna press it towards this way. But this is what that part of the block is gonna look like when you get all these squares on. And yeah, once it's pressed. And it's, let me get another one made and then I will show you guys. Both of them went down for a birthday surprise. That sounds fun. I haven't decided what I want to do for my birthday this year. I haven't. Of course, my birthday is not until September, so I have a while to make that decision. 35 minutes. Okay. All New Englanders will welcome. I welcome all y'all to the South because I'm down here in Alabama. Not that it would make much difference in weather today, because sounds like it's about the same as y'all got up there. What's the temperature? I know you're rainy, but what's your guys' temperature today? I think ours is supposed to be 70s. Okay. I just woke. Hey, Gina. It's 77 and sunny here in Illinois, mid 60s. Oh, that's not bad. That's not bad. It's going to be somewhere between 77 and 80 here today, but it's going to rain. It's going to rain most of the day. And that means if it, and it's like it's supposed to rain most of the week, to be perfectly honest with you. And if it rains most of the week and the temperatures go up it literally means you will basically be soaked like a shower for the next week and a half. The humidity is going to be off the chain for us for the next couple of weeks, most likely. I mean, like soaking like I said, like you just got out the shower. So These are no makeup days. These are no hairdo days. I'm just being real about what it's going to be like here in Alabama for the foreseeable future. Don't make no hair appointments because it ain't gonna last. It's just the way of life. So I never open my pool for Memorial Day because it's always raining and chilly. Really? And Memorial Day is the day pools open in the South. This is like opening day for summer here. Community pools. This is like the first weekend people would like have their barbecues and have their kids and everybody over is this weekend. She said, "You're like that every day." You wouldn't have much other choice here because it literally is. I think the only thing you would be successful beauty wise in getting would be like your nails. Because hair, no ma'am. Makeup, you're gonna be so now. A lot of people still go and put a lot of it on now, but I'm gonna tell you the truth. It's like you already feel like something is on your skin when you get makeup, but going out there with that on, you're gonna feel like you got on two masks because all that humidity is horrible sometimes. Yeah, we're definitely a whole air conditioner is a necessity in life place here. Necessity. Oh, okay, let me see what this did. Let me look a little bit. We're almost getting that plus block together. So you're gonna add one of these 6.5 inches to your what is this one called? To your half plus block at the top. And Gina, I don't think I recapped when you came. Of course, I think you know we are doing our sew along for the crosswalk plus. We are working on the plus blocks only this week. And we have done our middle of the plus block. And now we're working on the top and bottom of it. And I'm going to go ahead and sew these three with these 6.5 inch blocks. And I'm using a woven fabric from a Riley Blake. I didn't even know Riley Blake made wovens, but they have a line of woven fabrics that I am that I bought from Hawthorne Supply. And I'm using that for this background. Gina said, "Yes, but I haven't had any caffeine, so that looked like a house to me." It's okay. It's okay, Gina. It is okay. Everybody's a little fuzzy before they really wake up. Yeah, yes, Chloe, they sell apparently and it's got a lot of colors to it. They have a whole woven line and it's two different ones from what I understand. I only found out because when I go to Hawthorne Supply, I don't always buy from them. I do keep them on like my buy list. But they sell clothes. They sell fabric for apparel as well as quilt fabric. And you find a lot of things that I didn't know. You find a lot of things on their site that I didn't know manufacturers even made. Like I thought, and this is just my ignorance, most likely, I thought Liberty was the only quilting brand, the brand that I know that sells to quilters and who markets to quilters that made lawn fabric. And evidently that's not true either. There's a lot of quilting lawn type fabric. Well, correction. There's a lot of lawn type fabrics out there, but they are not marketed to quilters. So a lot of that you can find on Hawthorne Supply as well. Yeah, you get a lot. They sell a lot of canvas. They sell a lot of home deck weight. They sell a lot of different stuff. That that's totally different than other places that I've seen. And they are the same manufacturers fabrics that we see. They just are not marketed to quilters. They aren't marketed for quilting purposes. And like I said, this is a woven, and this woven is probably marketed for apparel or some other reason, but it's just not marketed for quilting purposes. But it's the same woven type fabric that you would get from Essex linen, or I know what is it, Lumen? Is it Lumen? The new the manufacturer that purchased somebody, and it's Lumen, I think. They have a whole woven line of fabrics as well, but they're new. They're just getting onto the market, but they have a whole line of they're marketing for quilters. Their wovens are being marketed for quilters, but they're brand new. Like they only came out this year. But that's a whole nother woven line that I didn't know much about. And I like woven fabrics. They get really soft when you wash them, but they give a whole lot of they give a lot of texture to what you're doing. I'm interested to know whether or not you're going to have to pay for it this year, Gina. Do you know? I'm probably going to do it anyway, but I want to do it. I love the blocks that they have released for August. Gina asked if anybody's doing the Forgotten Runes quilt along this year. So the one I have right now isn't fraying a lot, but it's super duper tight. So I'm gonna say that this woven is woven a bit tight. I know you can't really see that. It ain't really saying nothing. Um, I'm gonna say it's woven a bit tighter than what I got from Essex Linen. Essex Linen had, it's this is let me correct that. This is what you call yarn dyed woven. So it's got fiber, you get it, and on the end of the selvage, it has the threads sticking out of it, not like the regular selvage, but you can see the two different threads that they have in it. But this doesn't have two different, it has the same colored thread throughout it, where Essex Linen is kind of two or three threads that they've woven in there together. I am curious what the cost will be too, Chloe. I'm very curious. If it's any, I will pay for it if it's anything from like 25 and below. I will think twice if they trying to do like the $35 to $45 range that I've seen some of the other ones that used to be free move to. I don't have any problem paying for a pattern because they do a lot of work. So they haven't mentioned that there's a cost. After seeing all the patterns, I don't mind paying for it. Haven't been able to find the fabrics anywhere yet near me. They haven't mentioned that there's a price, but this is the first time I've seen them tell you that you need to pre-register for it. That's why I'm thinking that there's probably going to end up being a price for it this year. But again, I don't mind paying anybody for their patterns because they go through a lot of work to make the patterns. I don't mind paying for them, but I don't want you to come at something that you were giving me for free and charge me like 45, 50, and $60 for it. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that's a bit much. One of the ones that I always follow, and they start charging, and I have no problem paying for it, but they want to charge like almost $50 for it. And I'm like, no, 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 the quilts ain't even that big. So I'm not doing that. But I don't mind paying any designer for what they do because you did a lot, you put a lot of work into it. You're supposed to get paid for it, and I don't have any problem with that. But I like it, Gina. I really love the blocks. I really want to do it. And they have two bonus blocks. Have you seen the two bonuses? I thought that was super cute too. The two bonuses with the little ghost. I thought that was cute. You guys know what I hate I missed? And I only missed it because I hesitated to buy it and then it sold out. Said Laura Hill's new patterns are $24 and up. Bewitched comes out next year. I am They are a little bit more pricey than they used to be. I think Happy Little Stiff Shop has the yardage, fabric and yardage. Oh, okay, that's cool. I'm gonna have to look for that. Look at that. Um, her patterns are well, her patterns are a bit pricey now, and I guess it just depends on how they give it to me. If you're mailing me, and this is just me, y'all. I'm not trying to tell anybody they should be think like I think, but if you're mailing me a printed thing, and she said, I've not heard the Forgotten Rooms long before. So Forgotten Rooms is the new name of it. This is a group of ladies or designers. I don't want to say ladies, a group of designers that get together and for Halloween and fall these past, I think I know I've seen it for 2 years in a row, but they put together a quilts for the last couple of years and the patterns were free. They emailed you the patterns every year. And they emailed you the pat. You got on the mailing list. They emailed you the patterns every year. Every Was it week, Gina? I think it's weekly, but I can't remember. But they emailed you the patterns like every week, I think, and it was like 9 blocks. It was like 9 blocks, and you then they gave you a setting at the end of the year. And every year it was like themed and named after a different theme. This year it is for it is called Forgotten Rooms and it's in a castle. So you get this castle setting and it has different rooms of what they interpret as different rooms in the different quote blocks. Um and that's what it is called this year. But if you Google Forgotten Rooms quote alone, it'll take you to it and you can sign up for the emails for them. They revealed it like once every couple of weeks. They revealed a room so that you could see what it looked like at the end. And now I think it's on the 27th that they're going to open the sign up so that you can sign up, pre-register and sign up for the quilt along. But the quilt along doesn't start till October. Is it October or August? Which one is it? Did I say that wrong? Y'all let her know if I said that wrong. But I was saying about patterns. So if say Laura Holt, for instance, because I have her pattern for the quilted farm girl in there. If you sent me a whole quilt book and you printed it on paper and you mailed it and you bought the postage and everything and you charged me $25 for the pattern, I'm more likely to pay you $25 for that pattern if you are sending it to me than I am you charging me $25 and I still got to pay for the ink and I still got to pay for the paper and I still have to print it. I detest when you charge me the same price for a PDF that I got to put my money into after I done paid you for it. And the same price is for a paper that you done printed and you done put your money into. I think that I don't know. That's just a pet peeve of mine for something that cost me $30 for a printed something. And then I still got to do stuff to it when I get it to get the PDF off of it. I don't like that. I know you can use PDFs on your phone. I know you can, but I personally think that I shouldn't have to put more money into it to print it. I don't like that. But that's my own personal opinion. I don't think anybody else has to have my opinion. It's just mine. I think the I think the purpose in PDFs is to, people choose them to cut down on costs. And you as a designer should understand that if you want them to get your stuff, and most designers also are have fabric lines that they're out there in some way, shape, or form trying to promote. You want people to buy everything. I think you should think about the people that you are marketing to, and that's another thing that. But again, my opinion, and my opinion is this: it drives you crazy. Yes, it just is crazy, and the $6 shipping on a pattern. Yes, that drives me crazy too. I understand, since I've shipped things, and most people that probably have understand that these people get $4.95 and $5.95 shipping rates across the board because they ship everything for that amount, and that's what the postal people are getting for that, right? I get that 100%, but I don't understand why we got away from buying $1 and some cent stamp and putting it on an envelope and sending it when all you got in there is this little flimsy piece of paper that could go in a 5x7 envelope for a stamp. I don't understand why $6 has to be charged for something that could be that simple. And I applaud Robin Pickens because I bought this directly from her, along with two others, and all three of my patterns came in an envelope for $1.36. I have to applaud her for that. That is remembering where you came from, because most of us quilters are everyday people. We don't make all that money. This hobby is already expensive and it already costs a lot of money. And remembering who you are marketing to is very important when you want to keep somebody, when you want to keep your business going. Yeah, I just it pains me not to, sometimes when I look at some of the stuff that, and I know it costs a lot to do a lot of stuff. Cool shop. That too, I don't mind it. Well, for one, I don't have a LQS. I don't have a local quilt shop. It would take me at least 30 minutes to get somewhere that may have the pattern. If they don't have it, I would have to get them to order it. So it behooves me. If they don't have it, I may as well just go ahead and get it from the designer somewhere. But again, I don't have a local quilt shop where a lot of people do. But Steven, still at that, it's just knowing where you are and who you're marketing to. I mean, you just have to realize that even local quilt shops are not always in areas with affluent people. So, you know, it's just not agreed about cost of patterns. Lots of work and effort goes into designing and writing instructions. There should be lower costs for PDFs I print using my ink. That's right. That is absolutely right. It's just again, it's just my opinion. It's just how I feel about it. And it's just how I move with when I'm doing things. I, I'm more apt to buy from people, from pattern designers that do the monthly specials where you choose. It may not even be a pattern that I would have chosen to buy, but the fact that you chose to put a $5 pattern on your site and mark this pattern down to $5 markets it to me and makes me want to go look at the rest of your patterns, because you know what, patterns are expensive, and of course I'm a pattern designer, but if I give you something to show you what I can do, I'm more apt to go add another one to my cart. If that be the case. Not that you have to. I can see your pattern on somebody else's, website or somewhere else and still come and look at the rest of them. But I'm more apt to look if you think about the fact that the rest of them cost something. Hey, Melanie, how are you? We are almost at the end of this thing, y'all. I almost got these 2 blocks put together. I've been talking more than I've been sewing. Please forgive me for that. I've been talking so that my husband came over here to the door and shut the door. It was only a crack now. It was only cracked a little bit. He didn't have to come in here and shut the door like I was that loud, y'all. He really didn't. I'm tell him that when I get off this phone. Get off here with y'all. Corioder has a $5 deal. Lulla Boutique has a $5 pattern. It has a $5 pattern every month. Basic Gray has a $5 pattern every month. Good to see you too, Melanie. Is it raining in Mississippi, Melanie? Is it raining for you too? Because it is supposed to rain for us today. If y'all didn't know, Melanie's my neighbor. She doesn't live in Alabama. She lives in Mississippi, but we just right next door to each other. I know Fabric Cafe did too. It's raining. Basic Gray does. Lulla Boutique does. Basic Gray does. I think Thimble Blossoms does too. I'm not a fan of her patterns, but I think she does too. And what is that cutesy lady? Oh gosh, she's a Riley Blake designer. She made that quilt with the horses in the Kentucky blue in it. Oh my gosh, what's her name? She doesn't do a $5 pattern, but she does 30% off a pattern Yep, Sherry and Chelsea do. I'm not a fan of their patterns either. I'm a fan of Chelsea's patterns, just not Sherry's. Growing up in Bay St. Louis. Okay. Um, Melissa Mortensen, that's her name. Yes, she does like a 30% off pattern every month. Trying to think if there was somebody else I follow. I know those, they do those. Beverly McCullough does do one every month. She does do one every month. Somebody else did too. And to be honest with you, it doesn't matter whether I like the pattern or not. I usually go ahead and buy it because at some point, is in for me, I'm a visual, very visual. So I've told people before, Gina, I told people before that I have a hard time buying houses when people are in them because when people live in the house and I go see it because I can't see the house for the ugly furniture that's sitting in it. So I really like to view houses with that's been professionally staged or that are empty because I can't judge the house for the ugly furniture in the living room. So most of the time with a pattern, if I don't like the fabric that the pattern is in, I have a hard time liking the pattern. It's just a personal thing for me. I have a hard time liking the fabric pattern if it's made out of ugly fabric for me. To check Melissa out, I like her fabric. Yes, she has a fabulous YouTube channel, and she has a Patreon. Not that I'm telling you you should use it, but just so you know, she has a Patreon page where she does a block of the month with her Patreon folks on her Patreon. I look at her Patreon because Patreon is free, so you can kind of see what's out there. But she has a Patreon page, but she has a great YouTube channel too. And so does her first name is Tara. Does anybody? She's a Raleigh Blake designer too. Tara somebody. She has a great YouTube channel. I think her name's Tara. She has a really, really, really good YouTube channel. Did I drop something? 1, 2, 3, 4. Nope. Oh, wait, I'm supposed to put something on this. Wait. I missed the step. Tara Reid, that's her. Yes. She has a great YouTube channel, and she also, I missed something somewhere. What goes on here? These. I missed putting these on our long pieces. She has a really, really good YouTube channel as well. Tara Reid does. She shares a lot of easy projects, and it's all free. She tells you how to make them. You don't have to buy a pattern. She gives you all the pieces, what you need to cut, everything for free. So like we're coming up to the 4th of July, and she'll have 25 4th of July projects you can use. Ellen says, I'm like that too, Alicia. I only buy patterns when I like the fabric, and then I see a pattern mocked up in a different fabric and wonder why I never liked it before. I've done that too. That's why if it's $5 on their site, I will go ahead and get it, because 9 times out of 10, about 3 fabric lines later, they'll recolor it in something that I really like it in, and I'll be like, oh, I got that pattern. But I have a hard time seeing the pattern for the ugly for what I think is the ugly fabric that's in it. I'm like, oh no, that's not cute at all. That's just me. I'm really not trying to be judgmental, but I have a hard time with it. Yeah, Tara Reid has a really good channel. She'll have, like I said, for Mother's Day, she probably had one of those 25 small projects you can make really easy. And she'll give you every bit of the cutting, every bit of everything on her channel. Blue Rooster gives a lot of free patterns. She does. I like her channel as well. Plus, that lady cooks. She cooks really, really. I mean, she really cooks. She gives really good recipes too. And most people like them, but who I'm not fond of, and I know they give their pattern pieces as well, is Missouri Star. I'm not a big Missouri Star fan. I'm really not. Yeah. Tara Reid she gives really nice, and I don't know if she does discounted patterns, but she gives a lot of free things um, for you to be able to use. Yeah, I'm all about doing this in a way that makes it um, affordable and also plausible to be able to do, because this hobby is already expensive. Back Quarter Shop has I don't like Missouri stuff, but Back Quarter Shop has a lot of free patterns, and they have a lot of free pattern links to manufacturers. And don't sleep on your manufacturers' websites either. I will tell people that all the time. My favorite for free patterns, not necessarily patterns that I would always use, but for always free, is Art Gallery. If you haven't looked on Art Gallery's website for patterns, they have a ton, ton, and I'm not talking a lot of panel patterns and that kind of thing. I'm talking real skill building patterns that are good sizes, 76 and 70 inches, 60 inches, nice, very artfully designed patterns on Art Gallery's website. Do not sleep on your manufacturer's websites for free patterns. All of them. Art Gallery, Wyndham. Wyndham has a lot, and I will tell you, if you like, what's her name, Wendy Shepherd patterns. Wendy Shepherd makes patterns for all. I mean, her patterns are used for darn near all of their lines. So Wyndham has really good patterns. Tilda has free patterns. What I will say is you have to be really now, because I know I'm only saying this because I'm not scared to do anything, but I know a lot of people don't like things that are too intricate, too that just take that too complicated and just take a lot of concentration for you to be able to get right. So you have to pay really close attention to what skill level that those patterns on Tilda's website tells you that they are. If your skill level is not challenging, stay away from her challenging patterns, because the pieces are small and they're really yeah, the pieces are small, and she uses a lot of non-traditional ways to put the pattern together. Wendy Shepherd does really great patterns, and a lot of her patterns are free. She does a lot of patterns free on Wyndham's website. I have never looked at Robert Kaufman. Well, I won't say never, but I haven't much looked at Robert Kaufman for patterns. She has easy patterns though. She has easy patterns, so don't be don't be intimidated at all. Jump into the deep water, Ellen. Jump into the deep water with us now. but she has easy patterns. Don't be intimidated by them at all, because she has her patterns have great pictures to show you what she does, but she really does things that are out of the box from what average designers are going to do. Most pattern designers try to keep you within a range of things that are not going to intimidate you, so you will buy their patterns. She kind of does all of that. She makes the patterns, and she just kind of does a little bit of everything. Rollerblade panel kit with Benjamin. Oh, yeah, small pieces. Some single block patterns, yes, she does, that are good starters. She has some easy pattern, and it'll tell you that it's easy. It'll tell you that it's challenging. It'll tell you that it's intermediate. It's pretty honest, and it pretty much is, it's honest about what it is. Her and they free. All of her patterns are free. You are not, most places will not tell you that, but she will not charge you for a pattern. She said, "What? Oh, that's a small piece. 3/4 inches. Why would they do that for a panel quilt though? That's tiny for a panel quilt. I don't know. In my mind, I just think all panel quilts ought to be much simpler than 3/4 inch pieces. What's the purpose in putting the panel in there? Panel quilts should be easy. And they're not that hard. They just, the hardest thing, I'm gonna tell you honestly, the hardest thing about doing a tilde quilt is pieced radishes. Gotcha, Chloe. The hardest thing about doing a tilde quilt is the cutting. It's understanding that her patterns do not move, it's not set up the same way as others. So, you used to seeing the picture, you used to getting the cutting, and then you're used to going through the quilt. Tilda's patterns, the complicated part of her pattern is understanding the cutting. I kind of wish she'd do Halloween too. I bet it'd be so cute. If you can get past the cutting, because once you cut it all, you can basically take everything she has, separate it into little bags if you want to, and just zoom through the rest. It's just zoom through the rest. But the hardest part about her quilts is the cutting. Once you get it cut, you can pretty much make it. Hi, Nikki. How are you? I'm about to finish this block up, y'all. So, Gina, are you getting the new one? The blue one? The blue fabric? What is it called? Something blue, I think that's what it's called. Okay, I'm gonna make this one. Let me press this. Oh, stop it. Stupid thing. Press it out, I think. Let's see. We're gonna press this one, put that other end on, and we will have a block made, you guys. I wasn't going to get it. This will be the first tilde line that has come out since I started quilting that I was going to skip. I was going to skip it. And let me tell you why mainly I was going to skip it. Because my quilt besties at the quilt spot did not have it on their website. And I have bought every line of tilde fabric from them since I started quilting. And I felt like a traitor if I bought it from somebody else. But lo and behold, last week, they added it to their website. And I reserved a half yard bundle. No, I'm not getting that line. It's running $20. Oh, really? get some of the Christmas line. Wasn't really crazy about the patterns. I didn't like the patterns. I'm not that crazy about the patterns this time, to be honest. But I love the blue. And so I wasn't going to get it. I wasn't. But then my cool besties, they put it out there on the website, and I reserved a half yard bundle. So let me add that up, though. Let me do the math. Let me get this iPad and do the math on it and see how much that's costing. Because now that you say that, I didn't really look at it. Let's see. Let's get this old iPad together, find the calculator. Is it really that hard to find a calculator? I don't calculate on the iPad. Really? Y'all can tell I don't use this thing often. I'm thinking not. Measure. Wait, maybe it's over here. What's in there? Let's note of that. That ain't me. So my half yard, it says 20. 20 is 20 or 21. I think it's 20. Into 16. So it's a little less than that. So 20 into 160 will end up being like $8. So $16. That's about normal. Because I paid 160 something, like 162 or something like that. And if it's 20 pieces at 162, that's like $8 and something. So it's running roughly $16 and something a yard for what I'm buying. $20 is a lot. That's a lot. Okay. And done. Okay. This is a big block. Okay. Boom. And there she goes. Now there's 9. Is it 9? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, there's 9 of these in different colors. And I will finish up those 9. But that is what we're doing this week. And as a recap for those who just joined us at the end, $20 is a lot, and only one store within 80 miles of me. Oh, yeah. 7. That's a lot. So we are finished with today's sew along for Crosswalk Plus. We did thank you there, Miss Gina. I kind of like them. The scenes came out pretty good though. I'm gonna put a rod. I saw this lady. I don't even remember what her name is. Dixie Quilter. That's her name. She has a rod across her window, and she takes her quilt tops that are not yet bound, and she hangs them over her window, and they come through her window looking like stained glass. I think it's absolutely cute. So that's my plan, was to get a rod and put up over this window and take some wall hangings or something and hang them up like curtains to look like that, because you kind of see how that comes through. Now she took her whole quilt top and she put it up there like that. But that's what we're making. This week we made the plus blocks, and then I'm going to do, I think Mondays or Tuesdays. Tell me now which one is better for you guys. It won't be this time of day, though. It'll be like 5 in the afternoon. I'm in Central Time, too. Exactly. And that's where her quilt tops look like, Gina. It looked like stained glass up against her window. I thought that was so cute. So I thought I'd do that. Like put that rod up there and hang some unquilted tops from it. That was the cutest idea. Of course, she had like a double window. I ain't got but a single, but I mean, whatever. We're going to make it work. But y'all tell me if Monday or Tuesday works for y'all. Like I said, it won't be in the morning. It'll be like 5 o'clock in the afternoons on a Monday or a Tuesday. Those are the 2 days I work from home, so I can guarantee that I'll be off work for that. Dixie Quilter is Marlene. That's her. That's her. So next week on a Monday or Tuesday, either day. Okay. Monday or Tuesday, I'm going to learn how to schedule it, and I will schedule it and put it out there. But next week, we'll be working on what they call pointy rectangles, which are these here. And there's a lot of them. So we're only going to work on the pointy rectangles. And then the next week, we'll do what they call open stars, which I really want y'all to see that. See these right here? We'll work on these little pieces that go here with the little stars, but they don't have points. I want to show you that in the bottom of this. See, they don't have points. You cut the points off when you size up the block. I thought that was super cool. It's going to make it really easy. Tuesdays. Okay, so Tuesdays, 5 o'clock. We got a Tuesday person, and Tuesday works for me. So Tuesdays, 5 o'clock. Hi, Becky. Tuesdays, 5 o'clock, and we will be working on the pointy side rectangles. The pointy side rectangles. And then the last 2 weeks, I'm going to say 2 weeks because you have a lot of pieces to put together, and we're only together for an hour. You see all that? You have a lot of pieces to put together. And since we're only together for an hour, I'm going to say that to be the last 2 weeks. So it'll be 5 weeks instead of 4. Next week, we'll do the pointy side rectangles. Then the week after, which is the 3rd week, we'll do the open star elements because there's a lot of those. And then we will put it together for 2 weeks. And we will end up with, ta-da, that when we're done. So I hope you guys will join me next week on Tuesday, 5 o'clock. I'll schedule it. I will schedule it. Again, this is the block we made today. There's 9 of these. So if you're sewing along with me, you can, or you're not had the chance to start yet, this is what we're doing this week. I'm only doing one of them on camera with you, and then we'll finish up the rest of them as we need to, like throughout the week. And then we'll meet next Tuesday and work on these little buggers in here. Right there. I'm working on a t-shirt quilt and not this, but I like running my... I've never done a t-shirt quilt, Gina. I'm interested in doing that too. I'm learning how to do that. But thank you guys for joining me. I'm so glad you came. The face. Cool. That's great. Thank you, Chloe. I'm glad y'all like it. And then I'll depending on how this one goes, I will determine what we'll do for another one going forward. I don't want to do one like every month because that could be like a lot and everybody has something to do. So if we do one again, we'll skip. This won't finish until the end of June. So we'll skip like the 4th of July week and maybe the week after that. And then we'll decide if we what we'll do and how we'll do it next. Oh, wait. Before you guys leave, do not go yet. Do not go yet. Because you guys are here. Don't go. Don't hang up. Don't leave. Stay. Wait a second. You guys are here, and you know me. I like to give stuff away. So today's giveaway is this kit. And I'll be 100% honest with you guys. I think it's super cute. You see it? I really do like it, but I don't like the fabric. It's Christmas fabric, and I know it's not Christmas time, but it's this it's the same fabric basically in different colors. This and this along with background, and it makes this quilt, which they have optional layouts for a runner and a wall hanging, which can be made with this and this spinner quilt. So if you make this, you can't make these, or if you make these, you can't make this, but you have options for all of it. The quilt finishes at 56 by 56. The runner finishes at 79 by 33, and the wall hanging finishes at 22 by 22. So, hold on, let me pick a number. Okay, I need you to pick a number between 0 and 30. And if you're ready and you've chosen your number, go ahead and put it in. You can type in your number. Keep going. Nobody yet. Gina is funny, y'all. She is hilarious. She is something else. I don't know what y'all gonna do with Gina. Okay, stop. Becky won. Okay, Becky's our winner. Becky, you will get this kit. And what I need you to do, though, I know I should have your information, but just so that I make sure that I have it, resend it to me. It's going to I'm gonna spell it and put it in the chat real quick because it's a okay. There it goes. Send it to that email address for me and send me your information, and I will get this out to you quick, and in a hurry. All right, you guys. That is absolutely going to do it for today. It has been so fun sewing with you and chatting with you, and I will see you next week on Tuesday at roughly 5 o'clock. I hope you have a good rest of your holiday. Relax, have a good time, eat some good barbecue if you can, and have a good day. Bye, you guys.